Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties again. I can't believe it. 2 days or 2 times in a row now. Anyway, working on a lot of really cool things, testing some stuff out, and looking forward to being able to make some big announcements here on Friday and Monday. Definitely some improvements for everybody in the whole company, and very excited about some things I know that Jeremy's working on, and I'm working on some stuff, and Darren's working on some things, and ironically we're all working on different things that we're going to definitely make a big difference in the company. So very excited about that. I see that people are definitely getting the Social Sniper out there working for them, and heck, I think I saw someone talking about having 17 sets of 13 bundles with 15 messages or something, and that's really taking advantage of that Social Sniper tool and getting it out there. I've had success myself getting messages put out there, and going to start playing with that some more myself, and if I can find some time, actually. But some really cool stuff's coming down the pike, and some big changes that are well, not huge changes, but some definite improvements. Going to make the whole company better and better for everybody, and some really cool things that ironically Jeremy's working on, and Darren, that I think will definitely lift us up and get some really interesting activity happening with us. So, Darren, I know you have some things you want to go over and show them.
Yes, I absolutely do. So I've got a couple of points that I'm going to go through with you now regarding the Social Sniper. I've then got a couple of cool sites that I want to just quickly show you. And also, one of the glitches that we have, which is why I was a little bit delayed, is I just want to show you a feature that you're probably not aware of, but I think if we can get Facebook to play ball with us, and that's what I was trying to do about half an hour ago, then again this will be a huge benefit for you. It used to be great, but it may mean that you need to open up a new advertising Facebook page. But we'll get the details to you by Friday on that. But when I go through that, I think you'll be excited when you see it. So what have we got for you? Right. Google plus Google Sniper. So not Google Sniper is an actual product. So the social Sniper with the Google Plus. Okay, so the Google Plus Sniper. Right, there are still people who are, and this happened to me this morning. So this is where I'm coming from with this, is that for some reason, obviously Google are absolutely really keen and very as they should be on security. So you have got to make sure that you go through a particular process before you start to do your posting. Now I went through on where are we now? Monday. I went through the sequence that you need to do regarding Facebook. So again, just to recap that, if you have other people who are likely to be using your computer, whether you believe that they do or they don't, you know, in the instances where people say no, nobody else uses it, we have found that they have done. So just assume that other people use your computer. So when you come to use your Ninja, okay, you need to log out of Zukul, you need to log out of Facebook, you then need to log back into Facebook, and then you need to then log into part. There we go. So you need to log out of everything, then log into Facebook first, and then log into Zukul next, because then as soon as you log into Zukul, it will then search your computer for a connection to Facebook. Once it's got that connection, fine, everything's not a problem. It's also possibly a good thing for you to do, as in logging out of Google and doing exactly the same process with Google as well. But what you need to make sure that you're doing is that you've got your capture code cleared. Now again, the video is really clear, but you have to watch the video in order to understand. A lot of people are going onto the page and just seeing that they need to put their email and a password, and then they're assuming that they're then connected. That is not the case. And also, I've had to reset a lot of my Google passwords today. I don't know what's happened with Google. I guess it might be a bit of a problems that we had on Monday and Tuesday. I don't know what's gone on, but I've had to reset about 6 of my Google passwords. So again, I've had to go back into Zukul today and reset my password and redo all the capture code again. So so make sure that you put in your email, putting in your correct password, obviously, and then make sure you go back into Google and follow the instructions on the video and make sure that you unlock the captcha code. Then as soon as you do that, you have to send a message within 60 minutes. Otherwise, it'll relock it. So it needs to recognize the fact that Zukul is going to be doing some posting on your part. So that's really important. Now, the best way to do that is obviously to go into the manual posting mode. So just go into the post now mode and then just send a post off, and that's it, it's done. And what I've done, I think some people are also doing, is that your Ninja manager, your Ninja posts have already been set up. So I've got, I don't know how many, 20 different messages that go out through my Ninja. What I'm doing is I'm basically taking that basic template from the Ninja posts and I'm copying and pasting and adapting a little bit into my LinkedIn and to my Google Plus account. So I'm not having to do 3 lots of work. It's just a matter of doing a lot of doing all those messages. So that's that. Now, what else are we going to talk about? I'm not going to talk about Friday. I'll let Bart talk about Friday in a moment. I just want to share my screen with you just to give you. Let me know if you can see my screen, Bart. You might need to unmute yourself.
Yep,
can you see my screen? Brilliant. Yep. Okay, lovely. So, so I'm going to my tools. I'll just quickly go to my Ninja and just again to quickly walk you through that. So I've got 2 message sequences that I've got set up at the moment. As you can see, obviously they're all filled. Now what I've done is I've then gone to my social sniper, and then obviously I've gone through the setting up bit. But then when I go to my setting up of my messages, I've basically gone. So you've got your Google Plus here. And as you can see, I've got 30 messages now around that the secret message. So the message effectively is the same, but what I've done is, as you can see, I've got it going out every half hour. And then I've done the same thing with LinkedIn as well. So I've got 20 messages that, obviously the first 20 messages are all effectively the same with a little bit of wording change from my Ninja messages. And then what I've then done is I've then effectively repeated it, and it's a really, I don't know if anybody's aware of this, but it took me about an hour of retyping each message before I realised that we've got this really cool tool here. Now it might be my fault because I got the hang of, and this is where the video is really a good explanation, but I didn't pick up on the fact that we've got a tool here that by just clicking that one, it effectively repeats that message for you. And so you don't have to retype every single message, which is a really cool feature. So that is all set up, and that's all going out, and things are starting to move nicely. I've just re-cleaned down my shortener and tracking tools. Again, just to thanks. So again, I've just reset these and got them all up and running. So they've just started in the past hour or so. But you can see here, I've got ones which are set up at the weekend, I think it was. So you can see I've got one here. I'm doing split tests, so you can see clearly this one here is a bit of a winner with 1,800 visits. The one up here is only got 147 visits at the moment. So obviously that split test is proving useful. Now then, that is my Zukul account. Now, what I also want to talk about is when you go to your social sniper, one of the drawbacks, if you like, at the moment is that when you're creating your bundles, is that you're going to have to go through a little bit of copying and clicking and manual labour, which is fine. If you've got time on your hands to do that, then that is fine. However, I'm going to show you this site here that you may or may not be aware of. It's called Odesk. You register for free, and it's odesk.com. Now, what I've done is I've put an advert out, and I'll see if I can find the advert that I put out. And basically, what it is that you can recruit people to do jobs for you, and it's a really straightforward process. It's absolutely free. So it doesn't cost you anything to post or join or anything like that, but clearly it will then cost you if you do hire somebody. But again, I'll show you how much it can cost, or how little it can cost for people to do those jobs for you. In order to post a job, I'm not obviously going to take you through that at the moment, but you can see here that there's a big green post button. You click that, and then it's really straightforward. You know, you decide what area it is that you want the freelancer to work in, so whatever their speciality is. So administrative support, and then you've got a subsection here, so it might be something like data entry, or it might be email response handling, or it might be any number of things. But as you can see, there's everything. So if you've got problems with a blog or any technical issues, you'll find somebody who'll be able to fix it just by simply posting a job on here. Obviously, give your job a title, give it a description, and again, I'll go through this in a training in a bit more detail further down the line. And then obviously you can complete all those details. Now, once you do that and you then post it, it'll then obviously go out to everybody who's attached to Odesk, and they will then start to apply for your job. So you'll then get messages, and again, I've got to be a little bit careful because obviously there's data protection issues here, and obviously you'll get lots of messages from people who are applying for the job. Now, I've just employed this person here, and I do apologise if I don't spell her name correctly, but Mahajib bin Rahman. She's working for me, and she's working for me for a ridiculous amount of money, and that is just over $1 per hour. Now, that is outrageous, and clearly I'm going to be paying her more than $1 per hour, but it's just, I'm using that as an example to show you that this person is going to be collecting all of the IDs for me. So she's already done a check for me, and I'll just download this so you can see what it is. So she's tested for me, and there we go. There's 138 IDs there that she's generated for me. Now, it's taken her about an hour to do that. So in theory, you know, if I was going to pay her $1 per hour, then that would be effectively $1 worth of work. Now, clearly, I'm going to pay a lot more than that, and you have the ability to pay these people a lot more should you wish. But I just want to obviously stress, and again, I'm not making this up. You can see it quite clearly here. Yeah. So I'm going to pay her for 20 hours work this week. In theory, it's going to cost me $20, and I should have in the region of around about, I don't know, 2,000 IDs or communities. Now, bearing in mind it's taken me 2 years to get up to about 2,500 Facebook groups, you can see how quickly you can build up your Google Plus community list. And Facebook at the moment, as you know, will obviously stop you joining a number of groups on a daily basis, so it can really slow you down. However, Google Plus don't have that built in at the moment. Absolutely, they will do in time, but whilst they've not got that built in, then you need to go out there and be joining as many Google Plus community groups as you can, because there will be time, obviously, once they get their act together, that will absolutely clamp down on that. So as you can see, it's going to cost me around about 20 hours. Now, obviously, I'm going to pay her a lot more than $1 an hour, because what you need to bear in mind is that $1 an hour for this person here is an awful lot of money from where this person is. So you know, if I'm paying her $2 or $3 an hour, then again it's still incredibly cheap for the work that she's going to do. But I've had translations done on here, I've had banners made, I've had websites made, I've had all sorts of things done, and so Odesk, which is, as you can see, odesk.com, is a really useful site. You can post a job and you don't have to recruit anybody, and there are certain tricks and hints and tricks that I can go through with you at a later date on how you can recruit people. But I've never, ever, ever had a problem with them. They've been absolutely brilliant. So that's Odesk. I'm also going to show you this other one, which most people will be aware of, I think, which is Fiverr.com. Again, another great outsourcing site. But
Darren,
yeah.
hold on a second. So is she joining these communities for you as well then?
No. What I've done is I've sent her, can't see where it is now,
So you sent her.
I've sent her a text document.
Okay.
With, well, actually, it's actually in the job. I don't find a job. Manage my team. It isn't the easiest thing to navigate.
So you just sent her a whole list of all the communities you're in.
What I've done is I've put in the keywords. So, for example, she's just given me about 130 community IDs for affiliate marketing.
Right.
So I've given her a list of. So I've just written a keyword. So affiliate marketing, MLM, multi-level network, multi-level marketing, work from home. So I've given her a list of about 20 keywords, and then what I've then done is I've then gone into Google Plus, and at the top there I've put in those keywords. So if I go to Google, so if I go into Google, my Google Plus account now, and I go to my communities, and again, this is, you know, I can't stress enough that you guys need to be onto this. Is that I only really started moving with this on Monday, and so these are all the communities that I've joined, which is quite a lot. So all I've done is I've put in here affiliate marketing as a keyword or a key phrase. Click search, and then go to communities, and then make my screen small, as small as I dare. And as you can see, I'm already in all of these groups here. Mm-hmm. And obviously, when it warms itself up and uploads the other ones, I'll then just simply scroll down, joining other ones as well. Now, she will have put in that same keyword, and she will have obviously started at the top, and she'll have joined that group. She'll have got the ID for that group, and so on. So what I've asked her to do is join the top 100 of all communities when she puts in that keyword, and then the likelihood is that I will be joining the same groups that she's given me the IDs for.
Okay.
All right. But cool. No, in order for her to join them, I would then need to part with all my details, and obviously I'm not willing to do that.
Right.
So
right.
So that's how I'm doing it with her. It seems, like I say, it seems to be working pretty well.
Cool.
So by the end of this week, I should have in the region of around about 2,000 communities, which is pretty good going. So that's Odesk. So then on to Fiverr. Now Fiverr again, you've got, you know, outsourcing abilities, but you've also got other hints and tricks that you can use on here as well. So if you go to online marketing, you've got social marketing. Okay, you've got all sorts of different bits that you can drill down. So you could go into social marketing, and that will then give you another subcategory that you can go through as well. Now, if you come to the top and you were to put in, what should we put in? Solo ads. Okay. Now, you wouldn't think that you could buy solo ads for $5. Well, guess what? You can. So you've got solo ads in Get Traffic, solo ads in social marketing, solo ads in copywriting. Now, I don't know which one to choose, but we'll click on the Get Traffic, and we'll just see what you come up with. Okay, look at this. Now, some of this might be, I'm not saying this is all cast iron gold stuff, but this is the sort of things that you can do if you're on a really, really tight budget. So, for example, here, you've got somebody. Now, you can obviously play around with this. You've got best match, so that's the best keyword match to solo ads. You've then got popular, and then you've then got new. So we're going to click on popular, okay, and then we can then read what it is they've got. So I will broadcast your ads and get traffic. You know, there's no real specifics there. I will recommend your MLM offer, affiliate link, or solo to my humble 17 million internet marketing hungry niche. Now, don't know, is there any value in that? I have no idea, but let's click on it for argument's sake. And again, you've got some information here. Okay. Yes, we boldly guarantee you 4,000 clicks or full refund. That's for $5. Now, if you're going to get, it could be robots, it could be anything. I'm not saying it's going to be real people. This isn't the sort of traffic that that we're dealing with at the moment. But it's something that, if, for example, you have got, if you're into flipping websites, and I don't mean flipping as in swearing, I mean building a website, getting traffic to it, and then selling it as an ongoing concern, then this might be the type of thing that you'd be looking at. If you're wanting to get fans for a Facebook, so if you set up a Facebook page or a fan page or a group, then again, you can put in fans in social marketing, fans in fan pages, and again you can pick up 3,000-4,000 extra fans for your Facebook page, which again allows you to look like you've got authority. Yeah. So there's all sorts of things that you can do which will send traffic to your offers or to your websites. And one that I was looking at earlier, I'm going to solo, I'm just going to clicks and get traffic. Okay, this guy here. Now actually I use this guy, but I use him for $10 or $20 solo ads. Now he does deliver what he does. So you know, for $5 you will get guaranteed 10 opt-ins and at least 100 clicks. So you know, you'll get one of those two things happening. Now this guy does deliver on that. I do obviously larger than that, but I think it's not quite 1,000, but it's around about 300-400, I think I do. But this guy does deliver, and I was really surprised to see him on here. Now, in order to understand how to sort of sort the wheat from the chaff, if you like, is to try to look at how many buyers they've got, and obviously how many stars they've got. And I wouldn't go any lower than 4. You know, so you're looking at sort of 4 or 4.5 as being, 5 is obviously better, but you know, if you can get 4 stars and above, then you're generally going to be onto a good thing. And also the number of buyers, the more the merrier. You can take a punt on somebody who probably doesn't have many buyers, but if you've got somebody with 10 buyers maybe, then it could be said that that person has just got 10 of their friends to buy the gift. So you know, try and go where they've got large numbers of buyers, and 91 seems a reasonable amount. It only takes a day, and the guy is good. He does turn these around pretty quick. The guys that I've worked with in the past, he will spread, because obviously I buy larger amounts. He spreads it over a larger period of time. But you know, if you're looking at 100 clicks, you're probably going to receive that within sort of 24 to 72 hours, I would say. So it can happen pretty quick. Obviously, it's got all the information there, and then below this grey band, you've then got the testimonials. Now, please take the testimonials with a pinch of salt, certainly the beginning ones, but it's worth going through them just to see, you know, if there's anything on there that might concern you or might not concern you. But to be honest, at $5, there really shouldn't be anything that would concern you. If you're having something specific done, so you might be having a banner page, a banner created, or a header created, or something like that, then they will ask you for specific details. So they might ask you for things that you like, or colours that you want, or that type of thing. But these guys, on here, you'll find people who will actually do your headlines for you. They'll do your emails for you. They'll do your advertisements for you. They'll write the blogs for you. You know, these guys will do anything, and it will cost you to begin with, like I say, with $5. But as you can see, depending on what extras you might want, then you might want to buy. So this guy, bulk email marketing software. I'm not entirely sure that I would buy that, but for $5, again, that's pretty cheap. And you can also buy multiples of this. So at $5 will give you 100 clicks. If you click on this, you could obviously buy up to 8. Okay, so that's, I guess, 800 clicks that you could get. So you can see how cheap it can be. So again, just a few alternatives for you to look at. So you've got Fiverr.com, and it's spelled with 2 R's. There are other similar companies out there. I think there's one that's called 5 Squid, and that type of thing. So I'm sure you'll be able to find them out there. And then Odesk, which I think Odesk is probably really good. You need to work a little bit harder with Odesk, but Fiverr is, like I say, it's really good. So again, just to wrap up, if I can, I'll just stop sharing. Just to remind you guys again, when you're doing your Google Plus and you're doing specifically your Facebook Ninja, is that make sure if you're starting afresh, is just log out of everything and then log back in to everything, and then get going. And probably there's nothing worse than if you've got a Ninja, because like I say, a lot of what we do happens in the background, so you can turn off your computer, go to bed, and then our servers are doing what they can to push your ads out. When you come back on and log back in again, then someone else might have used their Facebook account, which might have mucked up your Ninja, or they might have used Google and they might have mucked up your Google account. So please make sure that if you've got any problems to begin with, that you just sort of log out of everything and then log back in afresh, making sure that you log into Zukul last. And that, in theory, should solve all your problems, other than the fact that you'll clearly need to go back in and redo your capture code thing, certainly for Google. LinkedIn. Sorry, I did LinkedIn, and the API key was a little bit funny for me. And Jeremy is really specific on the code that you need to type in, the URL that you need to use. And you need to make sure that you have capitals where the capitals are. So I think off the top of my head, it's social submitter or social submission, and obviously it's capital S and a capital S. And unfortunately, I did it in just lowercase, and it didn't work for me. But when I went back and did it in capitals, as Jeremy told me on the video, then everything worked fine. So again, just make sure that you go through the videos a few times to make sure that you've not taken any liberties. And I think that's about it for me today. I hope to have some. Oh, I'm going to show you something. I did say, didn't I, that I was going to show you something that I was working on, and I think the guys that see this will go, "Oh my goodness!" So Facebook Ninja. Now, one of the features that we had with Facebook Ninja. Now, I've forgotten to share, haven't I? Just bear with me a second. Okay, so Bar, if you could just let me know if you can see my Zukul screen.
Yep.
Brilliant. Okay, so I've just gone into Facebook Ninja, and I'm going into social search groups. Now I'm just going to search a small group because we can. I don't want to search a big one. So we're going to search Cockapoo. There we go. We'll search Cockapoo, and I've spelt it wrong in the hope that, yeah, so that brings up just 13 groups. So perhaps I've got something that I want to sell to Cockapoos. That's not me being rude, it's a breed of dogs. Okay, it's a mix between a Cocker Spaniel and a Poodle. So that would bring me up 13 groups, and as you know, you'd then come down here, you'd bundle them into a dog group or whatever it might be. Now, what you'll have all also noticed is this section here, which is collect group IDs. Well, if you click on the grab user IDs from all groups, so it's going to go to the 13 groups and it's grab every single person's ID. Okay, now it's happened really quickly. So as you can see, out of those 13 groups, it's pulled out 135 individual records. Now, some of those might be duplicates because some people might be in more than one group. But if you then go over here, you've got a little download button. If you click that, it will then download it into a CSV file. Now, a CSV file is something that looks like this. Now, you can save this as a CSV file once you've opened it up, and just save it as either a text document or as a CSV file. Now, just to sort of get your juices flowing, I did one earlier, and I searched, I think it was affiliate marketing. and it went out. It found me 323 groups. I grabbed the groups, and I then grabbed the IDs, and it's found me 288,177 IDs. Now that is massive. And what I was trying to show you earlier on today was then how you can use that for your Facebook marketing. So when you do Facebook marketing, you have the ability to upload group IDs. So if I was advertising, going back to my cockapoo scenario, so if I've got something that is a particular brush for brushing cockapoos in specifically, then I've now got a target market of 300 people that I can now go and specifically advertise through Facebook, because they're all registered on the cockapoo group, and obviously they will be interested in anything that's cockapoo related. So I can now start to create an advertisement, and again I'll show you how to do that in a later training. And I can upload these IDs into Facebook's own advertising system, and it will show my advertisement only to those 335 people, which means that I'm not wasting money showing my cockapoo brush to people who've got cats. So again, it's something that we've talked about in the past regarding Ninja. We've got it up and running, as you can see here. You can go on and start downloading all of these. So if you are collecting groups now, you must start collecting these IDs, because even if you don't use them now, then you will use them in the future. Absolutely guarantee that you'll use them in the future, because it's such a powerful addition to any Facebook marketing that you'll be doing. And like I say, we'll show you in future weeks how you can use those IDs to your advantage. And this is just it's just huge amount. So once you group that together with everybody who's into network marketing and MLM and what have you, you can see the potential targeted audience that you could have videos, websites, offers, anything. You can start advertising it, and that is how you can get clicks down to sort of 1 cent and 2 cents. I just ran a campaign recently and managed to get 2 cent clicks. So it's 2 cent clicks are still out there. They're still able to get them. You just need to make sure that you're targeting your advertisements correctly. Okay, so I've whetted your appetites on that, and I'll pass you over to Bart now.
Zoom right over my head. No. Some of these things you got to watch and rewatch and rewatch and rewatch. So listen, you alluded that I'm going to be able to say something about Friday, but what am I allowed to say? I know I don't have permission from Jeremy for one thing. I don't know if I've got permission for you for the other thing.
Well, there's two things, isn't there, that we're gonna talk about on Friday. Yeah. So one of them is, one thing
has to do with the social sniper, right? They should really be practicing joining as many groups as they can. I guess this is it, guys. This is the big hint. Okay.
Yeah.
Join as many Google communities as you can in affiliate marketing, MLM, work from home, home business, anything like that. Anything that you think the social sniper could be advertised in. That's a huge hint, okay? Join in as many communities as you can, okay, over the next few days here. And start collecting those IDs, okay? Whether you're going to pay someone $1 an hour to do that, and that looks pretty damn efficient to me, or you can do it yourself. Once you sort of get used to doing it, you might have more time to be able to do this. So that's a huge hint, okay? That's part of what Friday is going to be about. I know that much, or at least I know I'm able to say that much.
And I think also the other bit is to go and look at Fiverr and have a look at what type of gigs people do specifically in sending traffic to an offer that you might have on Facebook or on Google or on LinkedIn or on anything. How they can send you part of their traffic to your offer. Okay, so it's the two big there's two big hints. One is join as many groups as you can. The second hint is try and find out the most efficient use of your time and whatever funds you might have in driving traffic to those offers. To those messages, if you like. That's really the bottom line.
Yeah,
and Fiverr is a great opportunity. You know, there's some great gigs in there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. When I was in there, I actually saw some.
Yeah.
I saw some great like classified posting stuff as well. Someone would post 3,500 classified ads like in the next 2 days for $5, which is just insane. Of course, you can't have any pictures or anything like that, but you can have text, right?
Yes.
Now I know psychology-wise, there's something else here. I don't think we can hint much more at this. But when you do go to Fiverr and set up your account, you can collect these ads. Okay, so you can start to collect the ones that you think are really interesting. I do suggest that if you do this, start to collect what you think looks good. Do read through some of the testimonials, and there may be something. Hint: you can do something really special with that. I guess we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That was good. And I know that Jeremy is working on some stuff as well that I'm expecting to be able to trickle out at least one of the 5 things, maybe 2 or 3 of the 5 things on Friday as well. I'm sure he'll be on the Hangout, and he's going to want to tell you himself and let you know what we're doing. But okay, cool. I think that was really, really good, Darren. I'm really happy to see what I saw. I'm going to go do some research myself as well right now. So
I think not really sort of give the game away for Friday, but when we were doing the training, if people remember on JV Zoo, I think it was the other day, I clicked on a product which was LinkedIn. I think it's called LinkedIn Hero, and if you Google LinkedIn Hero or go to JV Zoo and look at LinkedIn Hero and just read about what it is, and then have a look at what we do with LinkedIn, okay, then again people will start to put 2 and 2 together and think, actually there's something happening here, because they were charging, I forget now what it is, but let's say it was $10 for whatever LinkedIn Hero does, which effectively just gets you from 0 to 500 people. You know, and you're going to pay money in order for that to happen. And then there's some LinkedIn training, which may well be very, very good. I'm not saying it's not. I haven't looked at the product, but essentially that's what it is. But once you've got those people, it's what you actually then do with them. Well, we have a tool which will work hand in glove with that, not only for LinkedIn, but for obviously everything else as well. And it'll be good. It'll be good. But what it does mean is that the packages that those are in are just phenomenal value, really, for the money that we're charging.
Yeah, exactly. Very much so. Very much so. Okay, cool. I think there's a lot for you guys to digest and some research for you to do, and definitely join a bunch of communities. That's really key on Google. Okay. We will be back on Friday, and I'm sure Jeremy will be there, and can't wait to share with you what we get to share with you on that date. So thank you very much, Darren, for some of the eye-opening things I just saw myself, and I know that everyone else appreciates it. So excellent, excellent stuff, man.
No problem.
All right, everybody. Take care, everyone. Talk to you later.